So how long would you say you've been experiencing symptoms?
Like a month. I can remember some things, but other things are just gone, like details. I can't do details.
They call it NIA, neuroinflammatory affliction, and it can affect anyone. Like the man picked up by a fishing boat. It turned out he was another fisherman, couldn't remember how to steer his boat, so he decided to swim home. And then a pilot forgot how to fly.
I'm SARI Cohen with Hollywood First Look Features. Joining me right now is CHAD HARTIGAN, director of the film Little Fish. CHAD, it's great to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, it's a pleasure. I was just saying, I was completely enthralled with this film from start to finish. And it kind of starts off where you think it's going to be a love story, and then it shifts direction. Can you explain a little bit to our audience about this premise?
Yeah, this is a movie about a young married couple named Emma and Jude, who are just like you and I, but they're also living in a global pandemic. And when we made this film, that was a kind of a science fiction premise, but now it's less science fiction. But the pandemic in the film is a disease called NIA, which affects people's memories and causes them to start forgetting things. And it can hit anybody with seemingly no rhyme or reason. And so Jude contracts the disease, and then it's about them trying to deal with him losing his memories of the two of them together.
If you are experiencing NIA symptoms, I need you over here.
The government have the true cure. They've been keeping NIA on the street.
It's no wonder people went crazy.
This is not a proven cure. We urge everyone to remain calm.
So the treatment, is it like a pill or?
We'll be doing an oral cranial puncture.
Sorry, what?
The brain is separated into 4 major lobes. Think of it as clearing a clogged pathway beneath the lateral ventral.
Who am I? How old am I? What's my favorite color?
I do want to touch on that whole pandemic thing because it is almost eerie how you nailed this. And it's crazy because the film was supposed to make its premiere in April of 2020, right?
Yeah, we finished it in February, and just as we were finishing it, it was starting to hear about COVID, and then in March, we locked down, and it was crazy because, we didn't set out to try and even imagine a real future. It was meant to be kind of just imagining a fantasy parallel world where this could happen. But I think it's a credit to Mattson, the writer, and Asia, the short story writer, that the film is so grounded in its characters, and the way that the characters behave has turned out to be the way that we all behave, and we just kind of try and block that stuff out and live our day to day and focus on what's right in front of us. And you only hear what you see on the TV or what the alerts you get on your phone, and keeping the pandemic itself kind of as backdrop rather than trying to make a whole movie about a pandemic.
I loved that you did that because the focus was actually on the 2 main characters, which I thought was really interesting. I mean, the way, not only were your shots beautiful, but the way you centered the story around them, and the pandemic was kind of a byproduct, was phenomenal.
Yeah, and Asia's short story has a lot of scope to it. It describes a lot of science fiction stuff, and there was a lot of interest in it from a lot of different people in Hollywood. But I think she responded to Mattson's version, his take on it, the best, because he was the one who came up to her and was like, "This is a movie about these 2 people and their love, and the rest is just kind of the setting." And I think everyone else was like, "There's these robots are going around," or whatever it was. I don't know, but she really thought that was the correct route, and obviously Mattson thought so too, and I think so too. And now, I'm happy to. I'm very proud of the movie. I was proud of the movie in February. And then I got nervous about it, and if it was, you know, the worst time to be releasing a movie like this. But the more it's gone on, the more I feel like maybe actually people might be more receptive than ever for a story like this, and it can be perfect.
That's what I wanted to ask you. I mean, given the current situation, how do you think audiences are going to feel after seeing this?
I mean, I'm sure there'll be a few that are like, it's too much. It's too sad for right now, or too similar to what I'm dealing with. But for the most part, from what I've seen so far, people do seem to find it a bit cathartic or therapeutic, and my hope is that it can be a reminder of what's important and how, you know, we need to cling on to the ones we love to get us through, you know, unprecedented tragedies and times. So that's my hope. We'll see, I guess.
Everyone, make sure you check out Little Fish. It's available in select theaters and on video on demand. I'm SARI Cohen. See you next time.
When he first started to lose his memory, Jude kept it a secret, just like everyone did back then. All these little pieces. I find myself wondering how to build a future if you keep having to rebuild the past. They say you can't forget feelings, and I still believe that.
What is it? It's a fish?
Yeah, I got it with you.
Why do you tattoo fish?
Jude?
Yeah.
Are you okay?